In September and October 2004, I was privileged to spend 3 weeks on the RV Tangaroa, New Zealand's premier ocean research vessel. As guest on-board journalist, it was my job to blog the 24-day Enza Plume 3 voyage, north of New Zealand, along what's known geologically as the Kermadec Arc. On board for the voyage were more than 20 scientists, whose main aim was to document and map various volcanoes and seamounts, to gather samples from the deep, and to test the gaseous and mineral contents of the waters along the arc. Apart from the international scientists of many disciplines on board, there were also a handful of postgrad students, enjoying what must be one of the best field trips in the world. The scientific work on board RV Tangaroa continued 24/7. Not that it was all work. The ocean provided plenty to look at, including humpback whales, usually in the distance, and the occasional albatross. But it was on day 12 of the expedition, mid-evening, that we had a close encounter with 2 humpback whales who came alongside the ship.
There's 2 of them.
We think the pair was a mother and calf, because one was much bigger than the other, and they stayed together. Mother and teenager, probably more like it. Tangaroa wasn't moving at the time. We'd stopped to do a vertical cast, that is, dropping the testing gear straight down on a cable. It was about 7:30 p.m, dark in these parts, but Tangaroa's floodlights were on and lighting up the water, which is presumably what attracted the whales. This friendly pair stayed with us for almost 2 hours, only 20 metres, sometimes less, off the starboard side. And they seemed to take a real interest in us. A couple of times they even reared out of the water, almost as though they wanted a better look at what we were doing. Akapai, a Tongan fisheries observer on board, whistled constantly to the whales, though it's doubtful they heard him. The night encounter with the humpbacks was a fantastic sight, and I feel privileged to have been so close to such magnificent creatures. What a pity it didn't happen during the daylight.